Hey YouTube, it's Elliot. Today I'm going to be talking about STPs, packers, packer harnesses, and binders. Yeah. So if you don't like talking about penises, sex, masturbation, and urination, probably isn't the video for you. So bye bye. Right. I'm going to start with STPs. Did I say that? Probably. This was the first STP I ever got. It's called a sheepy, which I found quite offensive at the time, and still do because I'm not a she, but I still want a wee, so yeah. It was like £2 from Amazon. It came in really discreet packaging, just like a little box. You couldn't tell what it was, so no one was like, "Oh, what did you buy?" It doesn't have like dirty thing written on the side. Not that it is, but you know. It's very basic, very easy to use, like really easy to use, really easy to clean, just needs soap and water. You don't have to hold back at all with this because the funnel is so huge. Like some STPs you kind of have to, yeah, this one you can just, I'm talking in so many like scientific words today, but yeah. This is cheap, it works, but I'd only suggest using it at home. If you use it in public, it can be a little embarrassing, like if you're at the urinals, they're just like penis, 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 purple funnel, penis, penis. Someone might say something. I'm not saying that someone's going to, I'm just saying someone might question it. So, in terms of not being embarrassed or not, like avoiding confrontation, I would suggest not using this type of thing in public. That's it for STPs that are just plain STPs. Moving on to binders. Yay. This was the first binder I ever bought, I think. God, it looks massive now. Even though I was like skinny as hell when I bought it. It's from Tea Kingdom, and it's really good because it has the thingies on the side so you can sort of adjust it. But it's really good because it's breathable material, so it doesn't make you really hot in the summer. It ends just before, like about an inch below your sort of chest. So I find it's a great length because it doesn't squish into your stomach. It doesn't affect your breathing as long as you get the right size. The next one is this one. This is not a Tea Kingdom one. This was an unnamed one from Amazon. Now this one's a little tricky to get into. It's kind of a pull you over your head one. The material at the front is thicker, like you can't see, but at the back it's kind of opaque almost. With a decent camera, it would be anyway. Problems with one like this is getting into it. If you try and pull it over your head, you're probably going to dislocate your shoulder, which never happened to me. Okay, it happened once, and it was really painful. But yeah, I would suggest with one of these, step into it. Don't try and pull it over your head because you will dislocate your shoulder if you're someone like me. Step into it, pull it up to your sort of hips, and because that's probably like a couple of centimeters wider than your chest. It stretches it out a little bit so you can pull it up then and just put your arms through and then adjust it. But yeah, don't try and pull it over your head. These kind of binders are really good because they are. So this one I've had for about 4 years, and it has lost some of its strength now. It doesn't bind as flat as this one does. This one I've had about 3 or 4 months, and it's really good. Like, it hasn't given at all. It's still really tight, and this one is one of my favourite ones that I have. A couple of hints for with binders: don't buy a smaller size because you think it'll help you bind better. It's actually more likely to just stop you being able to breathe and to cut into you under your pits and like here. Always get the right size. Measure yourself if you have to, but yeah, always get the right size because it's so much safer and less painful. Because binding itself isn't comfortable, but it shouldn't hurt. So yeah. next we'll be talking about packers. This is a Mr. Limpy 5-inch, well he was 5 inches. I've had him for a long time. Can't remember when I actually bought him, but I made a review on him, which I'll tag here in case you want to see. Actually no, I'll put it in the description because I can't be asked to edit this and stuff. Basically this guy was 5 inches, he had balls as well, but I chopped them off. Because the balls were quite large, like unproportioned. Right word? Whatever, yeah. And so they made him sort of do that in your trousers, so the balls took up this much space, and then he was like walking around with a permanent hard on, which I don't know if you guys have ever done, but it's not something that I like to do often. So I did pierce this guy. But he's just your basic packer. He's not an STP, he's not for play or pleasure or, you know, he doesn't do anything. He just is used to pack. And to be honest, when you first start packing, something like this is, however stretchy and unnerving it is, something like this is better because you've gone, it was like £10, 15 if you include P&P, but it's a good starter packer because it's not a lot to learn, like how to use. It's not something you have to practice like my other packer I have. It's just simple, that made a weird noise, simple, basic, floppy. Well, it's called Mr. Limpy. But yeah, it's a good packer for a first time packer. You can also, if you have an STP, you can get a hot screwdriver. Now please be really careful when you're doing this and check what type of packer you have, because some of them do have gel in them and all sorts of stuff that if you pierce them it's gonna so yeah, if you get a hot screwdriver and insert it where would be on your body, insert it through here and manage to get it out just sort of where the hole naturally would be, you can put this through, but don't take the screwdriver out because the hole will close up, so try and, yeah, basically you can put this through here to make it a bit more practical. But again, peeing at urinal with this could, at a glance, I don't know if you guys can pick up the detail on it, at a glance it doesn't look, you know, it's not bright purple, but it's not exactly the most realistic thing. So moving on to my next packer, this is a Freetom prosthetic. It's the Rogue in 5 inches. I have put some paint stuff on him to make him look a bit less scary. It's really good, this one actually. It was about £100, which is more than I would normally spend on anything for myself, but I really wanted him, so. But yeah, he comes with some detail, veins and such, and the balls. Oh my god, the balls are amazing on this thing. They're modelled from cis males, so somewhere in the world there is a person whose penis I have a plastic replica of, which is slightly unnerving but kind of cool too. I don't know why it's cool, it makes me happy. This is a 4-in-1. It's a pack, play, pee and pleasure. Someone's messaging me on Facebook. Let's start with packing. It has a rod inside it. Oh, it's got talcum powder all over it. I put talc in because it helps get the rod in and out easier. Just make sure that it's not too much in there because it will expand when it gets wet, so when you use it, it will expand. It could cause a clog and you could end up with a really awful incident of you peeing all down yourself. In terms of packing, it does stay at sort of an erect state permanently, but once you put it in your trousers and something holds it down, like the weight of your pants, it will just lie relatively flat, so you can see it's there, you can feel it's there, but it's not, you know, about to poke someone's eye out. What else was I going to say about it? That's it for packing. For playing, it has the rod, which when you first get it will make a bit of noise. Everything I'm holding is clean, by the way. It makes a bit of noise when you first use the rod. Mine's relatively quiet now because I've not play with it, but I've been sort of moving it around a lot, taking it out, moving it around a lot, so it's quieter, because the last thing you want when you're having sex is it just to go, you know, it actually makes a much louder noise when it's in, so you can use it for, yeah, you don't want that to happen when you're having sex, because the person you're having sex with is probably going to think they've broken you and be like, oh my god, it snapped. You do actually, talking about that, you have to be careful about the rod, because if you overbend it, it will snap, and they're really tightly put together. It's like almost like a spine, and to get them back in is relatively impossible, so be a little bit careful. I mean, it stands up to quite a lot, you know, but you don't want to over snap it. So yeah, in terms of play, it's good. You know, you can use it just like I don't want to say a real penis, like there's no, I'm going to use the word real. I don't mean it like it's not real, obviously it's here, but I mean as though it was part of your body. Yeah, you can use it almost as though it was a part of your body. And it's fun. Also, I hear, I haven't actually used it for that yet. I intend to. But yeah. So, pack play P. P is the best part. Okay, I realise that sounds weird now, but this is great. The testicles are incorporated into the funnel, so this bit goes against your anatomy, and it just, yeah, it's great. The best part is you can use it as at a urinal, you can use it in public, and no one's really going to question it. I mean, it's not a real magic one, they're amazing, but it is still realistic enough that if you use it in public, no one's going to give you a second chance. That's P. You want to be careful when you first start using it. Make sure you're at home, not necessarily on your own, but so you have like a bathroom door locked, so if you have a little accident, no one has to witness it or something. If you do have to go out and you have to take it with you, or if you want to, or you feel like you can't leave the house without it, you can get these really scary giant pads, because they're for like incontinence or something. But if you say you've got this in your trousers, you put the pad here, sort of sideways, so if anything does leak a little bit, you're kind of protected, and while you're learning to use it, it's not going to get in the way too much. It's just that extra bit of security, so you know you're not going to walk out with pee all down your leg, which I've done, and it's embarrassing. Also, pleasure. That's number 4, pleasure. It has the pleasure slide here, so you can. It's not got vibrators. It's not got magic hands. It's not got. It's not anything special, but it is. It's fun. It's fun. So if you're at home, or it also works when you're playing with a partner or several partners, I don't know. So yeah, if you're at home on an evening or by yourself and you're watching some mermaid porn, I don't watch that. Yeah, then this is your best friend. So yeah, this is the Freetom Rogue in 5 inches, and it's not showing up very well on my camera, but it is a beautiful penis. Lastly, quickly onto harnesses, because I've talked for nearly 15 minutes now. I myself bought a jockstrap for like £3, and if you cut a little hole in the front and stitch around it so it doesn't stretch too much, you can put your prosthetic through the hole, and it's held by the bottom bit that goes under your body and then the top bits that go on your hips, and you can use this when you're playing as well, but if you wear this under your boxers, it's just that extra bit so it's not going to slip or pull down your trouser leg. It's quite well held. You can also get, I bought this one online, this one I'm about to show you. So this one was just a normal jockstrap, and it cost me about £2. That's my best buy in terms of trans stuff. Where's the other one? This one I got majorly ripped off on. This one was £30, and it's essentially the same as my jockstrap but with less support. It's worn just like one, so one leg goes in here, one leg goes in here, and your penis goes through here. It's the most pathetic thing I've ever bought. So you're best off buying a jockstrap or some tighty whities or making your own, because it's cheap or free depending on what you've got, and it's not gonna, like, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You haven't lost £30. That seems ridiculous. What else do I have to talk about? Nothing. So yeah, that was me on packers, STPs, binders, stuff. If you have any questions, you can ask me on my blog with my girlfriend, lovetranspride.tumblr.com. I also have Facebook, Elliot Sparks. Well, Elliot Sparks. And you can ask me anything. And yeah, I'll be glad to help. So I hope you guys have a nice day, and I hope I didn't scare any of you with my willies. Bye.